Now, people, a year ago I had my operation. It was a really tough operation. And today I'm going to talk about my resentment. I'm not going to talk about everything wonderful is happening to me, everybody who's helped me, how my journey is fantastic. I spend my whole life talking about that. So I'm going to tell you how really, people are really not kind. That's the least I can say. I had a friend, he got on his answering machine uh, the voice of his friend who was dying, and it's how he learned that he was dying. But when he went to see him, it was too late. The guy was dead. The same person told me I was his best friend. After that message, we're spending some time together. And the same person now, instead of taking care of me, of being nice to me, he's an asshole. He's criticize me, tell me, well, die, get a life, you're so narcissistic, whatever. And I find out all that, I hear that a lot, that people, that when someone die, I say, oh, I wish I could have said that, I could have, what, and it's not true. If you didn't take the occasion, it's because you don't want to take the fucking occasion, you know? And that's right, because now everybody can take the occasion with me, but nobody is doing it. Nobody is doing it. People, what are they doing with me, because, it's much more easy to just like die and get buried, and then we can cry and we can go on with our life. It's like they all know what to do with me and everything. Nobody's taking care of me. If I spend some time with them, it's all about them. I have to be sure if I take my bath in their place and I'm so weak that the bathtub is clean after. I don't have energy. I don't see a doctor. I don't know what's going on in my body. I don't know how the cancer has evolved. I know that I'm not a normal human being anymore. I don't have energy. I need to lay down the mattress is next to my computer right here on the floor. I, every half hour. I just took a shower, and after that, I was so exhausted. I looked outside, and there was nothing to sit down on. I sat on the toilet because I needed to recuperate before to dry myself. Nobody think about that. That's why you have hospital and hospice and everything, because you don't really give a shit about all that. It's easy. It was in the time when the mental hospital, and the retard people, you just push them away. So now you push away all of your sick people. You don't care about that. And me, I'm forcing everybody to care about me. And what I'm saying is, like, most of my friends are not giving a shit. And more than that, not only not giving a shit, they only think about themselves, and they keep criticizing me and telling me, you're that, we all die, you're an asshole, shut up, you're narcissistic. And since a year, I've been hearing that, or like, if I smoke again, you see your fucking cancer, stop smoking. Whatever, everybody has an opinion about how I should do things, but the only thing I want to do is be free like I am. I'm not, taking any morphine. I'm not like everybody, well, I can have a regular life because I'm on morphine. I'm not taking any medication. I'm just being free. And in that freedom, I really see that nobody's helping me. No. There's no kindness. There's a lot of self-indulgence about people. It's always about them. Some friend of mine, Albert, which does yoga and everything, and he wrote a letter at some point. He said, if you want to see real sick people, go in a hospital, because then they are, you are not. I'm like, thank you. All the time. I can name you name, like that. The other one, Dalida, she's like, because she had an argument about God, she didn't like whatever I said on the Facebook. Bang! I was the worst asshole on earth and everything. Once last year, I was in a place staying there right after my operation. A friend of mine came to visit me with her boyfriend, and they got so drunk, and the kitchen was really small, the house too. And at some point, I could not take it anymore. I came out of the hospital, and I was cut in half, and I said, please stop that. I need to rest. And they stopped because they were trying to be so horrible with me. To this day, they don't talk to me. And I didn't think about that at the time because I was so weak. And now, a year later, I'm like, what the fuck? Those people. It was about their drunkenness and everything. It's always about their drunkenness, about their thing, about their death. I have cancer. I am very sick. And nobody is taking care of me that I know well. When I was before the right man operation, the very nice people who took care of me, but it was always arguing. I was in the bed, almost dead, arguing with them. They could not just shut up for 5 minutes, let me be, whatever. It's like always like to the end. It's like, no wonder everybody, you don't, I don't know. I just know that it is not a kind world and my friends are not kind. That I can tell you that, and it's recorded, right? Because for all of you, when I'm going to be dead, you have it here. You've been a bunch of assholes.